Okay, today I'm playing Tetris Plus. I think I should get this. The PlayStation-1, so you can see that. Too high, too low. Yep, still too low. Nope, now hidden. It's called Show the Game. The goal of it is just to show the game. Okay, there we go. Tetris Plus. Put it in my PlayStation. It's PS1. The green cable is just an extender cable. It's ugly, I know, but it goes to my controller here, so I can lean back all lazy style. Here's all the stuff. Anyway, I don't think anyone's gonna not believe that I can do this. But this is a Tetris Plus, if I didn't mention it. I'm going for the lines record on classic mode. I don't know why they do it by lines instead of points. I don't understand that, but that's alright, whatever. I think points would be better because it's not how you get the lines, but meaning it's not just that you get the lines, it's how you get the lines. I think that's better. And I don't have a memory card in there. That's where I get the message. Oh, you know what? I think I forgot to put the delay in the thing here. Yeah, I did. There we go. Sorry, I'm adding the delay to the direct feed so that it's synced up better. There we go. The Elgato device that I use for the camera has a delay built in of like 1500 milliseconds for whatever reason. Classic mode. I'll do this in one go. I just did a practice run a minute ago. The camera off. So I've been playing arcade Tetris lately, so if I flip the pieces backwards, that's why. Whoops, because they flip back in the other direction in arcade Tetris. I would say the controls on this version of Tetris are pretty terrible. It's classic in the good sense and the bad sense. Let's put that here. Oh man, oh man. Ah, what a bunch of garbage, alright. Oh, the music just kicked in. Was it on before? I didn't hear it. No. Let me clear out this garbage. Points doesn't really matter in this run. This is a shame, as I mentioned. But, oh well. And it really doesn't matter how I get there, just it's more interesting if you do it as Tetris is. And my brain and the pieces don't seem to be cooperating with that though. So I think I have one Tetris so far, which is kind of sad. Tetris being when you, and clear all 4 lines at once. Starting to get faster, which makes it more interesting. Actually, we want to get down a little bit before it's too fast. Then it slows down again. I don't know why it does that speed up. It's like Tetris the Grandmaster does that too, and I don't understand the reason for it. There is delay auto shift in this, but it's not very good. So I end up doing a lot of, holy cow, come on, pieces. Hook me up, yo. Still got some time before we get to the high speeds, but so it's a little annoying. Anyway. Yeah, so, like I say, the delay auto shift. I don't even know what I was talking about. Now for those that, slow again. Delayed auto shift is the delay that you get when, that was messy and terrible. So like if I hold all the way right or all the way left, it should like do an auto repeat, just like on a keyboard. When you hold down the key, it's how fast, let's say you hold down the letter A key on your keyboard, how fast do A's come out on the screen? That is basically the delayed auto shift mechanism. And unfortunately, you have to do a lot of like tappy tapping. There's a little bit of a slide mechanism here too. Oops. Oh, that was terrible. Why did I do that? I will say that playing arcade Tetris or other kinds of Tetris make you better at, like, so if you play NES Tetris only, I would encourage you to try other versions of Tetris because it makes you a better all-around player. Arcade Tetris forces you to think differently. Oh, I think I broke the world record here somewhere. I think it's super speedy at some point here. Can't remember where though. Oh, messed that up. And the pieces start getting sticky, of which I'm not fond. You kind of have to use delay auto shift, but I can't make it all the way over. Yeah, it's like right there. See if I could have rotated that. But you like you just can't. It looks like, hey, why didn't you do that? You just can't. It's just too fast. So that was 96 lines. That's pretty good. I'm gonna see if I can get over 100 though. So I'll do another one. If the video stops here, I didn't get it. The video stops after I put my name in. Oops. Like even this, you can't hold down the control. You have to tap, 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 tap to put your name in. It's very silly. Like, I don't know, it just wasn't well designed. This version. Yeah, we'll try it again. Like building these stacks, I would normally never do this, but the speed is so low I can get away with it, which kind of is a bad thing because then you start building bad habits. And that's one of the benefits of arcade Tetris. Hopefully I get a high score in this so you guys can hear my sage-like advice. So that's a move that you normally wouldn't think to do. Arcade Tetris puts that in your brain. You're like, well, it's got to go somewhere. There's no good spot, so what's the least horrible spot? And that's kind of what you start thinking about. And it makes you an overall better Tetris player as a result. Also, classic Tetris like this has no hold piece, meaning you can't basically cue a line piece or something and hold it in a special area. At least as far as I know, you can't. There's a button I don't know about. That makes you a better Tetris player too, because you have to learn to deal with what you get. And the classic players play like that. The younger players are kind of used to the I don't know if handicap is the right word, but the crutch, so to speak, of having that next piece. And so when they don't have it, in a case like this, they either don't play the game or they don't know what to do. So it's kind of like you play the old school stuff, and it will improve your game overall. Assuming you care about that. Oops. One other advantage of playing old school Tetris is that you get used to dealing with garbage, especially arcade Tetris actually, even more than regular, I would call regular old school Tetris, like console Tetris. Is that you get used to dealing with garbage, right? So if you don't know what to do with it, you gotta do something with it. That was terrible. Why did I do that? That's cool. That was not good. And that was lucky. Oh, why did I do that bad time? Now we need to chop this down a bit. That was a bad idea too, because it basically blocks off that hole into like 3 or 4 pieces. Oh. Starting to get fast and I wasn't ready for it. That wasn't great either, because now you have that piece on the side there that got lucky with the line piece there, but can't really rely on that obviously. So that was bad too, for obvious reasons. 77. Terrible. Alright, I'm gonna do one more. And that is my Wii. Within a Wii that I have plugged in. Oops. Gosh, I always do that. Tell me that Donkey Kong has a knockout offer. 30% on Donkey Kong Country. Presumably on the Virtual Console. This time let's be smarter. No, let's just be smarter every time. That seems like a good idea. think what distinguishes really good Tetris players from not good Tetris players is the ability to, when you start out, you try to put the pieces just wherever they'll fit. And then you just learn how to put pieces where the best placement is for them. But you're never sure what to do. It's like this line piece could go all the way over to the right, right? There. But if I do that, it basically seals that off. I have to clear 4 lines before I can get to the gaps underneath it. So I don't want to do that. Again, here I could put that all the way to the right and clear that line, but I'd rather do this. And that's not ideal, but okay, that was just stupid. There. Well, that was stupid too, actually. So I've created that spot that only the line piece can fill. Luckily I get one, but you can't rely on that, obviously. So you want to just assume you're never going to get a line piece, basically. So there I did. Again, I could plug that there, but I'd rather not because I want to clear that space. Because I only need to clear this one, and now that's open again. Ready for a Tetris. And there's the Tetris. Which again, in this version doesn't matter, but normally what you're going for a Tetris is you're playing a really strange version of Tetris. Like this. Actually, to be honest, even in this mode, there's a score, right? It's just because Twin Galaxies decided to track lines instead of score for some bizarre reason. So it's just really how fast can you play, not how well you can play. I normally wouldn't do that, but I have a line piece right after it, so it's okay. Again, that wasn't necessarily a good move because it creates a spot that, oops, only a line piece or an orange piece, an orange, that guy there can fill. You never play assuming that you're going to get stuff. The other downside too is then while you're waiting for the piece that you need, you build up these crazy like mountains in the middle of your stack, and that's bad. So like right now this is getting really high, and I'm just going to clear it like that. I shouldn't have to stack that on top, but this is where you start to learn like, well, that's not a great place for it, but it's not a horrible spot either. And so in order to keep the stack at a manageable height, if that's not ideal, I want to clear some spaces, etc., etc. Not ideal, but I can clear it in 2 lines, unless I stack something on top of it, which I did. You don't want to have to rely on getting the exact lines you need, is my point. See, that orange piece wasn't ideal because it blocks that piece, but I'm thinking, well, I can probably clear it after a very short time, so I don't like stacking those squares there, but what can we do? It's often better to put a place in a bad spot than to be stuck in indecision, right? It's more important, even if it's a bad place, just put it there. Just commit to it every time you do it. This feels pretty fast. I have no idea what level it is, but I think Ben Mullen called it radical certainty or something like that. You decide where it's going to go, and that's where it goes. Radical certainty, I think, is what he called it. Oops, that's no good. Yeah, line pieces become a real problem at this speed because you can't manipulate them well enough. Can I get one more line? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm... Oh, 120. Oh, that's pretty good. That was pretty good. Just to prove that I'm doing my controller here. Probably do Puzzle Tetris proper at some point, but no, that's good. So 120 lines. Hopefully you can see that yet. Okay, and free Tetris advice. That's just a bonus for watching. All right, I figured I'd do the power on, power off, so I don't have anything to do. That's it. All right. Thanks for watching.